Ramp is up an impressive 27.34% today, a stunning move that's got everyone's attention. The macro picture is looking interesting, with the S&P 500 currently trading at 7403, down a fraction of a percent on the day. The VIX, often referred to as the fear index, is at 17.8, down 3.31%, indicating a decrease in market volatility. Yields are not explicitly mentioned, but with the S&P 500 hovering around the 7,400 mark, it's clear that the market is in a state of cautious optimism. The fact that the VIX is below 20 suggests that investors are not overly concerned about market stability, at least for the time being. With the S&P 500 trading near 74,000, it's clear that we're in a bull market and investors are looking for opportunities to capitalize on the upward trend. Let's take a closer look at Ramp, the top gainer of the day. This stock is up 27.34%, a massive move that's likely driven by the company's impressive earnings track record. With 4 out of 4 quarters beating expectations, it's clear that Ramp is a company that's executing well. The last quarter's surprise of 8.6% is particularly noteworthy, as it suggests that the company is continuing to grow and expand its operations. From an industry perspective, Ramp's performance is a signal that the sector is strong and investors are taking notice. When compared to its peers, Ramp is outperforming, and its price move today is a clear indication of that. The options market is also bullish on Ramp, with a put-call ratio of 0.15, indicating that institutional investors are positioning themselves for further upside. As we look to the future, it's likely that Ramp will continue to be a stock to watch, particularly if it can maintain its earnings momentum. Next, let's examine BRC, the second top gainer of the day. This stock is up 18.98%, a significant move that's likely driven by the company's solid earnings performance. With 3 out of 4 quarters beating expectations, BRC is demonstrating a consistent ability to deliver results. The last quarter's surprise of 10.4% is also noteworthy, as it suggests that the company is gaining traction. From an industry perspective, BRC's performance is a signal that the sector is rotating in its favor and investors are taking notice. When compared to its peers, BRC is outperforming, although its price move today is not as dramatic as Ramp's. The options market is neutral on BRC, with a put-call ratio of 0.7, indicating that institutional investors are not taking a strong stance on the stock. As we look to the future, it's likely that BRC will continue to be a stock to watch, particularly if it can maintain its earnings momentum and sector rotation continues in its favor. Looking at cross-asset signals, we can see that Bitcoin is trading at 76,815, down a fraction of a percent on the day. Gold is at $45.45, down $285 or 0.28%. These moves suggest that investors are not seeking safe haven assets, and instead are looking to equities for returns. Oil prices are not explicitly mentioned, but the fact that the market is upbeat suggests that demand for oil is likely to be strong. Overall, the cross-asset signals are suggesting that the market is in a risk-on mode and investors are looking to capitalize on the upward trend. So what's the action plan for the next 5 sessions? First, we're going to keep a close eye on Ramp and BRC, as these stocks are clearly in favor. We're also going to watch the S&P 500, as a break above 7,500 could signal further upside for the market. In terms of specific trades, we're looking at buying calls on Ramp and BRC, as the options market is signaling further upside. We're also looking at buying puts on AHR, as the options market is signaling downside risk. Overall, the strategy is to capitalize on the upward trend, while also hedging against potential downside risks. And that's a wrap. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow.